and it brought up the Eurythmics walking on broken glass. And Breenie, I feel like you might be walking on eggshells, Dale. As soon as I said walking on broken glass, I saw eggshells. Who are you walking on eggshells for? Oh, I'm sorry. Not a great way to start 2023, but you're bossing up. That's what I want to say. You're bossing up. You're not going to be walking on eggshells for long. You've learnt to stand your ground. But I feel there's a stipend you may lose. Can you understand that, Breenie? Yeah, you don't get along. I don't get along with my mum, but my mum gave birth to me. Um, I respect that. Um, so respect the genetic part, not everything else. But I feel like there's a stipend that you may get from your dad, or there's money. You're too much alike. There you go. I was like that with my grandmother. We got along okay because we could yell and then go back to laughing. Oh, there you go. I thought there was like a monetary connection. Yeah, I'm paying a sitter. But I get it's the male influence that's good. So don't jump to conclusions, but I feel like you may have set boundaries for how I feel it's in food for what your child eats. And I feel your dad has broken that quite a few times. If you can relate to that, I'm going to turn the cards. Ha ha ha, ding ding. Can I turn the cards? Just say yes, I can turn the cards. But yeah, I am picking up that way too many times. Way too many times. And I feel like it might be something your child has a reaction to. Um, yeah, I really do feel like it might be something your child has a reaction to. And I feel like skin reaction, eczema, something along those lines. Keep standing your ground. I feel eventually it'll sink in. I'm glad you think it's interesting, Enzo. There you go. Um, Brandy, if you can relate to something your child doesn't eat sugar. I was going to say it was chocolate. I feel it's chocolate. And I feel like it's a skin irritant as well. So, yeah. I feel like eczema or psoriasis, something along those lines, dry skin. You've been in this dilemma, I would say, for about 3 years. And there's a behavioral element to eczema. There's also a behavioral element, hyperactive, hyperactivity that comes from it. And I've only recently found out that certain places in Australia, okay, I've only recently found out certain places in Australia have started putting MSG back in foods when it's in Australia, MSG is illegal. And they hide it under the numbers. And I'm lucky I know the numbers, but I had a really bad eczema reaction to MSG, and I had to look at the numbers on the packet of what I'd eaten. So yeah, I do get keep repeating yourself, it'll eventually sink in. Because I feel your dad wants to be generous but is fearful to spoil. Um So wants to be generous but doesn't want to go out buying big, huge gifts that you would not be able to gift. So I do feel your dad's heart's in the right place. Okay, yeah, your dad wants to spoil. Um, why not suggest to your dad that experience is good? Things that your dad experienced, maybe going thrift shopping, maybe fixing things. Suggest an alternative to spoiling because it would be something you wouldn't have, or you would be grateful for the time. But I see with the Ace of Swords that repeating yourself, and I feel like there's Scorpio energy there with your dad. There's Scorpio Gemini energy going on. Scorpio moon, okay. And Gemini sun if I had to put my money on it, which I am doing by streaming, aren't I? But I see two patience cards here, Cancer. Okay, I can live with that. Um, yeah, but I feel like suggesting something to spoil your child with instead of food could actually help the whole situation. It'll help concentration. It'll help your moon's in Gemini. Okay, I I see that patience is needed when dealing going forward because I feel, as I said before, it was a monetary loss if you walked away. I see you keeping your money. So I see this arrangement continuing and growing. I feel once your dad stops the spoiling with treats type thing and starts with the experience, you'll actually see a calmer child. And I get that through the Two of Coins and the Six of Cups at the end here. But also the World comes up as well. You've got Ten of Cups, the World, and the Hangman. I feel your dad may not know that you stream. I feel there's something that your dad is unaware of, and I feel that he knows. Okay, there's something your dad's unaware of, but pushing forward, I actually see getting this balance right will free up time. And I feel that time is something that you lack more than money. It's like we all know what it's like to be time poor, don't we? But I do see a really good connection between your dad and your child. So if we can change the treat thing a bit, which I believe you will do, with all the cards I'm seeing going crossways and in the middle, I'm seeing that you will. It'll take patience and repetition. Yeah. Yeah. See, I told you they were close. I feel that your child could actually learn patience from activities. I feel your dad may be into fixing radios or fixing um, computer motherboards or something that requires um, precise. Yeah, I feel if you encourage your dad to do that with your child's concentration abilities will improve. And hopefully that makes sense because, yeah, but hopefully it makes sense because I feel your child's concentration's like a pinball machine. And I actually do feel that doing something with your dad will actually improve everything, is what I'm picking up, and free up time for you. And Chiffy, welcome in and thank you for the follow. Yeah, I I do see it working, but it's going to take a little bit of patience on your part. I know you're stretched to the limit, walking on eggshells, especially around this situation, but I feel you can't afford to lose um, the sitter money, is what I'll call it. Because I do feel there's a good relationship there between child and grandfather, and that's always wonderful. In my mind, anyway, it's always wonderful. So, you know the, you know the story, Breenie. Pop back in and let me know how it works out. I'm always interested with these things. Yeah. I feel you won't have to buy the food. I feel once you get the situation sorted with a different activity, that your dad will supply what's needed. Um, and in a good way, not in an overtaking way like it is at the moment. So, yes, we'll see how it goes. And Dad Lover, you're up next. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Breenie. And thank you for your ongoing support. You're brilliant. I'll do the shout out in a minute when I can reach across to the screen. I'm not in my usual zone. So you can ask a question. Okay. Oh, here we go again. I put two B's in. There we go. And yeah, anyone can clip. I've made it so that anyone can clip. But shout outs, I stopped that pretty early on, and Greenie would actually know why too. You get people pop in the channel just to do a shout out, and it's a shout out for a stream you don't even know. And it's like, hang on a minute, if I'm going to give a shout out, I want to know that they're good. It's me being a bit of a Scorpio control freak. But Dad Lover, okay, back to your question. Okay, I feel distance is an excuse, Dad Lover, because I feel like it's only an hour and a half. Seriously, 90 minutes. I'll travel 90 minutes for a good restaurant. No, 13 hours. Then, yeah, distance, yeah, and time zone wise too. Okay. Distance is always funny. You can have a really good connection with someone and it can almost be perfect, but if distance is playing a huge part, mistrust can, true, Enzo, but mistrust can also come into it with distance. So you're battling a lot of negative concepts. And hey, Peachy, I've been okay. Hopefully, you are going really well. Dad Lover, okay. what's 90 minutes away from you or 1.5 hours? And I feel like you go regularly. Yeah, I feel like mistrust in you has already appeared. But what's 1.5 hours away from you that you go regularly? I feel like you're regularly traveling. When I say regularly, at least once a month. It's a favourite place. 1.5 hours away from you. You can't think of it at the moment. Okay. I feel like it starts with a D. Your country is pretty tiny. I feel like it starts with a D. Where you travel to starts with a D. So have a think about it in your quiet moments. I'm picking up that, okay. I'm picking up that it will come to you. So pop back in and let me know what the D is, the place you go to. I feel like it's a zen place for you to let go of everything. And I want to say you've already come to the conclusion that this relationship isn't worth pursuing. Yeah. And as I said, I feel like it's you that's lost trust. But I feel like your intuition is telling you that they're seeing someone else. I don't know whether they are or aren't, but I'm getting that intuitively you're, yeah, the opposite. Okay. Then I want to say your person may be feeling that way, and I feel you would know about this. Being in the first row, I feel you would know about this. Okay, there you go. Okay, patience, patience. Another two patients in the row. I feel like there might be an intellectual connection that you're hanging on to. It's like you've never come across someone who has the ability to communicate as well. But that's just filling in dead air. Okay. And I see that you've had opportunities. Yeah, but I see you've had up other opportunities and you've turned some of them down. And I feel one of the ones you've turned down may return or is still in your circle. I feel there's someone that you may have turned down in pursuit of the distance. Overall, I get that the distance is boring. And it puts you in a burdened situation where even going out is avoided. But I see there's someone you turned down in the past that is still around you. And I feel that will resonate on quite a few levels. I feel this person presents. Quino, welcome in. Okay. I feel this person presents as if they have a comfortable lifestyle. They've built themselves a comfortable financial situation, even though what they really are is a very sensitive soul. But for some reason, they feel that people will only be attracted if the money side of things is settled. And so they only present the money side of things when they're quite sensitive. So if you can think of that person, and I feel turning them down, you saw the hurt on their face and they're still hanging around. I don't get that they've gone anywhere. But I do feel you may have actually seen the disappointment on their face. Okay, the person you were thinking of that sounds similar, I feel that's where you need to look. They're very studious, may not be word studious, but definitely written studious. You felt their offer was weak though, and that's why you turned it down. It wasn't weak. It was just they were presenting the way they thought everybody would want them to present. Okay, let's see. Okay, I do get the Two of Cups after walking away. So this is somebody that is still around you. It's someone you turned down though. Yeah, give it some deep, deep thought. As I said, as I say, these are paper. The only paper I'm chasing down the street is the $100 note I know I can catch. But I feel your distant person is juggling money, juggling something you don't know about. And I feel it may have to do with debt. But the person around you is, yeah. Yeah, I'm always going to chase the $100 note that I know I can catch. I'm not going to chase one I don't know I can catch. But I bear the consequences of chasing that. And it's the same with a tarot read. The consequences of chasing something because of a tarot read, you're the one that's bearing the consequences. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, is the he you're referring to the distant person? Because I don't get anything of distance here that would indicate to me that it would work out. I get something close by. Okay, the distant person. Yeah, I do get someone close by and someone that you've already turned down. And I feel you turned them down because you thought their offer was weak. You thought their offer was like player energy. They were just talking about their job and how well off they are, and you want someone who can talk on a deeper level. They were only presenting that way because they'd been turned down by the other approach numerous times. Yeah, I didn't see anything that would suggest the distant person working out unless they've got plans to come back. So drop back in and let me know how it goes, Dad Lover. But it's someone close to home is what I got. So unless your person's willing to come to where you are, thank you. Unless your person's willing to come to where you are, I can't see it being them. Enzo, you're up next. Okay. Now, Enzo, I feel like there may have been a change of circumstances career-wise for you. If you can let me know if that resonates. And I want to say boss up energy. Okay, it resonates but hasn't taken effect. Okay. Then I want to say it's only a rubber stamp on a bit of paper. I don't know how they do that electronically now, but it's only someone putting the stamp on the paper. And I feel like there might be a start date in place. More like a pencil tick. Okay. Yeah, that'll do. Pencil tick, rubber stamp on a piece of paper, that'll do. I feel there's a start date in place though. And it might be from when someone returns from holidays, like on the 14th. I don't even know when the 14th is. It's the 8th now, so... And can you relate to having to jump through hoops for this? As in police check, working with children check. I'm only using Australian terminology, so take it how it resonates where you live. But I do feel it also has something to, yeah, jumping through hoops. Okay. I don't know whether you're ready to purchase a house. You get the Aussieisms. Thank you. I like using my Aussieisms. I feel like you may be ready to purchase a house. And I want to say don't wait for your person's input. Even though I see it working out there. No, this isn't getting a phone repaired. This is home life. Can't change it. There's something about home life. And I feel you may be waiting for your person's input. Okay. Don't wait for your person's input before moving forward. I'm sorry to hear you and your person are in a rougher patch. I feel it may have been through their actions, not yours. You're feeling left out in the cold though. Can you understand feeling left out in the cold? Okay, yeah. I see it returning in your direction, but they may have accepted an offer from elsewhere. They're thinking about their pentacles and their security, but not the hurt they've caused others. They're going to see that the offer is gilded. Okay. If you can understand what I mean by the offer that they've accepted, is gilded. It's like false, like this. This isn't gold, this is pyrite, which is fool's gold. So it's like, yeah, it's like what they've accepted is fool's gold. Okay. I want to say move forward without your person's input because I feel this has to do with a house, somewhere where you're living. There's changes you want to make somewhere where you are living. Make those changes because you want to, and also it's foundational. And there's the Sun, the Four of Wands, and I do see you putting time into where you live. And their internship wouldn't be in the US, would it? Arizona to be precise, but Enzo, if you can let me know if their internship is in US. You have an offer though for a voice acting gig from Arizona. Take it. Take it. I get that it's a good outcome. I get that it is a good outcome. And I believe you have holidays from where you are or time off. So you could take it. But I feel like even flight isn't necessary for some reason. And okay, there you go. Just know that the world's spinning in your favor, and I've got the Sun. I've got this offer from Arizona. It came out of the blue, but I get take it. The world will open up after taking this Arizona thing. But you feel it's a gamble, is what I want to say. I'm sorry you had an anxiety attack. Hope it wasn't too severe for you, Enzo. Breathe through it. Find a guided meditation online that you can follow and bring yourself back to center. I feel that you've questioned this Arizona gig because the money sounds too good to be true. It's not. Yeah, it's not a gamble. There's there's rich rewards, but yeah, still 8 of Swords there, so there's still hurt. But I feel like you can go through that hurt. Yeah, I feel you do have an opportunity to keep the job open that you do have where you are, and even more opportunity with this Arizona thing. I heard Arizona, so I always give it when I hear it because when I hear it, it usually fits, believe it or not. Um, Anya, Enzo, that is score big. So find yourself a nice guided meditation online. They're easy to find online. And do it through healing. As I said, with the opening prayer I did, it's the Harry Edwards healing prayer. Harry Edwards passed away a long time ago, but the foundation still exists. It's a UK foundation. They do have a Facebook page with several guided meditations for healing in it. So that's a starting point. But there's ample. I do believe they have some on YouTube as well. So hopefully that resonates, and enjoy the extra income, because I feel like it's I'll use an Aussie saying here, money for jam. I think that's a New Zealand saying as well. So choice. Yeah, I feel it's money for jam. And Aussies and New Zealanders would know precisely what that means. It's like minimal effort, lots of reward. Because in Australia we have fruit trees that grow quite easily. We can make like blackberry jam. We've got blackberries everywhere in Australia. We can make blackberry jam. Hi Jing, welcome in. So Enzo, find your guided meditation, do it, center yourself, and then you'll make choices going forward. Well, you made it, Jing. I've only been on 40 minutes, so I haven't closed the queue yet. There you go. And I need to use these cards for the next, which is, I think it's Chippy actually, or Chiffy. Yeah, it's along those lines. But because you get the Aussie stuff, you understand, Enzo. Okay, now, is it Chippy or Chiffy? Just let me know so I get your name right. And Cute Empress, welcome in. Chippy. Okay. Oh, Cute Empress, thank you for the follow. Yeah. In Australia, anybody that's a carpenter is called Chippy. So I sort of figured it out from that. Anyone who's a carpenter is called a chippy. It's got to do with the wood chips or something, or the sound that the hammer makes. Oh, mwah, much love to you, Enzo. Oh, I'm feeling the love this year, and we're only 8 days in. Well, Australia's 8 days in. Now, Chippy, I tune to your energy before I turn over any card. I feel like you have lost in love, and I feel like it's very recent. If you can let me know if that resonates, just a yes or a no at this stage is fine. How much information you give me is entirely up to you. Wouldn't be at all surprised if I turn the cards and the Three of Swords comes out. So Chippy, if you can let me know if a loss in your question is a bit weird. Okay, you have a pretty big goal. Okay, I can answer your question. Can you relate to heartache? Okay, it's definitely love related. I don't feel like you're missing a financial opportunity, weirdly enough, but it is love related. I feel like there is heartache. Chippy, if you can let me know if it's recent. Even though you may have a person, like we can have a person, we can be in committed relationship, we can experience heartache within it. Not heartache recently, at least. Okay. Okay, Chippy. I feel like you would need some financial assistance to travel, and you're wanting your person to assist. They're reluctant though. Does that resonate? You're wanting your person to assist with travel expenses. You've got all the time in the world, um, minus the money. Isn't that always the case? All the time in the world minus the money, or all the money in the world minus the time? Um, yeah. Also recognize that your person may be reluctant. Yeah, she wants to, or your person wants to, but they're fearful. I feel they may have been burnt before in yeah. I feel they may have been burnt before in a romantic scam, and it's moved quick with you and your person. If you can relate to that, it's moved quick with you and your person. It's as if you've known each other a long time, even though it's only been a short time. If you can resonate with that, Chippy, just let me know. Yeah. Can you understand why your person is reluctant to pass over money because they've been caught in a romantic scam before? I think they might have lost 20,000 in whatever currency they're dealing in. They may have lost 20,000 to a romantic scam. And seriously, embarrassment about it, it's underreported on how frequently people are caught up in it. Your person may have not even admitted to you that they were caught up in it. And seriously, I'm a bit of a say it like it is type of person. I'm like, if you get caught up in one, don't feel embarrassed. It's not you that was lying. Yeah. A lot of, especially, well, it goes across genders here, and identifiers. People are embarrassed if they get caught up in it. They feel shame. And your person is still considering it, but please try and save up, Chippy, as much as you can, because the more you can get to the goal, the more likely your person is to meet you at the top end of it. I feel like it might be quite expensive for you to travel there. But I also feel that you're reluctant to do the paperwork because of the cost. And when I say paperwork, it's passports, visas. Take it how it resonates. Um, yeah, do that. Prove, do something to prove to your person that you're genuine about meeting them, and you're genuine in your desire to meet them. because I feel they may have been caught up in a romantic scam in the past. And seriously, embarrassment prevents a lot of people from even acknowledging that it happened to them. So it may not be something, yeah. I feel your person may have lost a child. Okay. Your person may have lost a child several years ago. You may not even know about this because I get that there is a really good connection. But your person's past is preventing them from moving forward quickly. So, Chippy, I hope that resonates. And if you can demonstrate to your person your genuineness, get the paperwork done, get the passport, the visa, etc. I know with visas, sometimes you do have to put in the dates that you intend to travel, but at least get the passport and the paperwork ready and done. Save as much as you can. Let your person know that you are genuine. Because I believe at the start you didn't think they were. Okay, it's good timing. It's definitely good timing, but keep saving up because I feel that will further demonstrate to your person that you're genuine. And use the time to get to know each other even more. And try not to pressure your person too much about the lack of money. I feel your person is emotionally raw. So hopefully that resonated, Chippy. And thank you for allowing me to read for you, and thank you for the follow. And Peachy. Now, Peachy, I just ignored my guide, but because you are a long time supporter of my streams, I know that you will understand if it doesn't come about straight away. I feel you're wanting to know about love. My guide told me to get the pink cards. But my intuition said no. So my guide and my intuition are having a little bit of an argument as I'm talking to you. I'm feeling that. Can you give me an update on what your mum gave you after she cleaned out? I know she gave you something. Sorry, I do know that about Peachy, that her mum was cleaning out her closet or decluttering. And Asena, welcome in. Haven't seen you for a long time, Asena. Happy 2023. So, Peachy, that's coming from my guide in terms of knowing that she gave you something. Okay. I know. No, my guide is arguing with that. Thank you, Asena. My guide is arguing with that, Peachy. So you argue with my guide and I'll get on with the read. I'll get on with the read. And from what I'm being shown, I feel like it's either baby lock of hair or baby something. Baby pictures it could be, or you found out you were in a pageant. Okay. I feel like you're walking away from... Oh, That was that old. Okay. I feel you're walking away from something, and I feel it is chasing. I feel in the past you may have felt like you were chasing your goals or chasing love or chasing, yeah, Chariot came up. So, and for everyone watching, my VIPs do get extra cards because they help out. um, okay. Yeah. You're wanting someone to come to you the right way. And when I say the right way, I'm getting like a very old-fashioned way, like taking you out on an actual date, paying for the dinner, escorting you to at least your car, if not your home. And I feel that you're in a position where you can stand your ground. Can you understand wanting old-fashioned? I'll change decks if it's not right, because my guide told me this deck. Oh, you had your date yesterday. Ah, there you go. Don't feel like they're breadcrumbing if they don't contact you, because they're playing the old-fashioned game too. Oh, no, 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 no. You just, oh, if they want to pay, let them. It's, they can't do much if all they can do is pay for the dinner. Yeah, if they don't contact you for a while, they don't contact you. But I feel they will recontact you quickly. Yeah, never feel bad. You're offering everything. You're offering the view. Do you know how much more people pay in rent for a place that's got a view? Think of it that way. It's like if they enjoy the view, they're going to pay a bit extra. So that's how it goes with old fashioned stuff. But I do see them contacting you within 2 or 3 days. So if you can understand not having heard from them, yeah, but the escorting you to the car and closing the door for you, that is charm. Seriously, this person knows how to treat you. Yeah, you can see that. I know that. Your person knows how to treat you. And give them another 2 days. If they haven't contacted you yet, give them another 2 days. They're just reassessing where they stand. They're not looking elsewhere. They're not like one of these typical alphas. And I want to say they've got respect for their mother. And you may have heard about that on the date, which isn't a good thing. You never mention mother on a first date. But when they have respect for their mother, there's something special about it. They're very old fashioned. I feel like they may be going through a divorce that hasn't been finalized yet. So if you can understand that they may be going through a divorce that hasn't been finalized yet. Ah, his grandparents. Okay, that's even better. Oh, even better. He lives with his grandparents to help out. But I feel it's after a pretty bitter divorce. No, you don't need to. You'll you'll resonate. You already know now. but you'll resonate when they're ready to open up. And I feel like this is a slow moving, even though the Chariot was there, I do feel like this is a slow moving, good old fashioned. So there you go, Peachy. I'm so happy for you because I get goosebumps with this one. I get goosebumps with this one. Mwah. And I want to say they're doing everything right. Um, they may be religious as well. So there may be a faith issue that comes up in the future, but address it in the future. You don't have to address everything now. You're adorable. You're lovable. Remember that and jump forward. And first time in the chat, Sphinxy, welcome in. And Quino, you're up next. Yeah, that's okay. Some people have some people feel awkward in asking. I always said if anybody asked me for a cup of coffee, I would say yes because the asking is nervous. Okay, you would like to know more about the friend of mine. So could I get some insight for a friendship for this year? We hung out a lot last year, but the last month or so it just has been silence and it's making me okay. Um, yes, I can remember mentioning sugary sweet. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Peachy, as always. I'm not sure, Sphinxy. You can type exclamation point list. I'm just doing the reading for Quino at the moment. And I feel like, Quino, you've got a whole lifetime ahead of you. I feel like you may turn 22 this year. If you can relate to that, just let me know. A yes or a no is fine. Not quite 22. Okay. I get something important. Oh, then it'd be your 21st this year. Happy 21st for this year, but I feel like Leo energy. So what's that, August? Leo energy. Um, I feel like the... Oh, okay, you are Leo. Thank you. Thank you, Quino. And I do feel like I feel like circumstances stopped you hanging out. If you can resonate with circumstances, is what's lessened the hanging out. I feel like your person had to travel a fair way for holiday time or for family time. Family time was what I picked up. So I feel someone may have had surgery. Welcome in, Roma Rave. Can you relate, Quino, can you relate to your person needing family time? You can kind of understand that. There you go. It's circumstance. No, I feel like it really is circumstance. I feel like there's 3 stages of healing. Your person hasn't included you because they've got a lot of responsibilities with family time. And I feel they haven't included you because it would also mention one of their exes. One of their exes might be a family friend. I get the Sun. And I want to say keep focusing on shining up and building your personal abundance. Now, abundance doesn't always mean wealth. Abundance means um, knowledge. It means having all of your ducks in a row. Now, that's a seriously, Karen. Come on, that's a 50s saying. That I wasn't even born then. It's a 1950s saying. People used to have ducks on the wall, and if their ducks weren't in a row, it was a catastrophe. And having your ducks in a row meant that you were well off because they were just a decoration. And to have them in a row meant that you had to have them different sizes. So you had to demonstrate that you were extremely comfortable, that you had all the furnishings you needed. You had, and I see you may need a fridge, or a fridge is playing up. But with your person, I feel like they have a huge responsibility burden. They may be the eldest in their family or missing a parent, and they're picking up that parent gap, but they've got a lot of responsibility on their shoulders. Now, Quino, if you can relate to that, just let me know. But I feel like now is the time to focus on getting your situation sorted. So when they do revisit, and I feel like communication hasn't totally ceased, it's just lessened, and the hanging out has lessened. Okay, I feel like there's a family issue that they're attending to. And the reason they haven't included you has to do with them feeling burdened. So it's to do with your person feeling burdened. And also the possibility of having to say that an ex is part of extended family. Or not, that sounds gross. Karen, come on, get your words right. An ex may be still associated with the family as a long-standing family friend, and they're not ready to go into too much depth is what I'm getting. But I would say, because of the Sun card here and the Seven of Pentacles at the current, I would say build up on you now, because I feel like there's a little bit of lack of faith in yourself. Can you understand this, Quino? I'm not sure that I'm wording it right. My words have been terrible. Seriously, they have. I've got to be honest with myself. They've been terrible. But there's a, there's a not happy with self vibe. Okay. Just, I want to say focus on building yourself up, becoming more of a co-founder than a follower. You don't have to be the leader, but more of a co-founder than a follower. And I feel that you've been following. Okay. Okay, can you understand a follower rather than a leader? Oops. I put my phone too far away. So there you go. Okay. That's what I'm getting by putting faith back into yourself, is get to a point where you're a co-contributor rather than a follower. And I'm not saying that because that's why your person's turned their back. I feel your person is focused on family at the moment. And they need to be. It's what I'm getting. They had some pretty shocking news from family. And you know, when families get shocking news, they tend to pull together. I feel like that's what it is. And it's like they don't want to burden you because it's burden enough for them. But you never lose if you focus on making yourself the best version of yourself that you can. And I feel like that's a co-contributor vibe. And Jing, you're next. And thank you for the sub. 2 days ago it was. And I'd had to close my queue. I think it will return to relatively normal, Quino. I feel it will return to relatively normal. You may not find out why, but the cards weren't telling me why, and my intuition wasn't telling me why, other than a family situation. So, but Jing, you're next. And I think Jing's disappeared again. Okay. If anyone in the chat could go into the viewers and confirm that Jing is no longer there, I would be grateful. If I hang around in the viewers too much, I get too much confused energy coming back at me. It's a weird source of, yeah, but I think Jing needs to learn to stay in. If Jing's gonna join, Jing has to stay. So, yes, let's see. And thank you for the vote. Somebody voted in the poll. Can't remember. Okay. Oh, Asena, you voted in the poll. Thank you. Okay, Jing's definitely not there. So, okay, Cute Empress. I should have looked to see. And Cute Empress just followed. So, okay, stay with these, all right? And Cute Empress isn't there. See, it can go through the queue really quickly when people drop out. Asena! Yay! Okay. My guide said stay with it. So stay with the... Okay. I've just got to verify that I'm still... Yep. Connection is still excellent. Asena! Hello, hello, hello. My guide told me to stay with this because I'm picking up that you may have had an offer. I feel more in terms of life progress. So job, study. You can correct me if it's love, but I just heard an offer. And the feeling that came with it was life progress. So if you can relate to that, Asena, please let me know. Just a yes or a no. You don't have to give me a story. You haven't had an offer. Oh, okay. Ideas are a possibility. Can you relate to the financial sector? Okay. I feel like the financial sector, and it has something to do with your ideas or possibilities. You don't have to work in banks or anything like that, but I did pick up the financial sector. And with the anchor and the fish and wishing well, I am going to sit there. Okay. I feel like there's... Can you understand amusement? And I get the mechanics of amusement. Okay. I'm going to lay out the cards because this is confusing me. Yeah. Okay. You don't quite follow yet. I get, more than anything, I get physical amusement is one of your ideas. Asena, if you can relate to the mechanics of amusement, and I get more along the lines of romantic amusement, almost 50 Shades of Grey as well, but I do get it's to do with a place. With all the kings and knights here, I get it's to do with a place. It may be, yeah, it's outlook. You can't relate at the moment. Okay, I feel it's like an idea you've got that you thought you couldn't proceed with because it would be too risky to advertise, or too risky to get the word out, or too risky where you live. I feel like that where you live now, there may be a traditional community. A very traditional community, if I had to. There you go, main male. Okay, now I've laid out the cards, so I'm going to... Okay, I feel the idea you had that ran against the core of the tradition is the one you should go with. And hopefully you will understand what I mean about the mechanics of entertainment. Because I do see the idea coming to fruition and you bossing up. And I see that it's, yeah, with this I feel entertainment, but along the love phase. And I also almost want to say it could be hidden as a book club. a book club or a nature. Um, is there any other explanation? Okay, whips and chains and 50 Shades of Grey, or a place like where I live, there's a lot of cameras. So being risque in public is actually a risk. And I see there may be a park or a nature reserve near you where that doesn't exist. And I feel it has to do with exploration. So hopefully that resonates when I say it has to do with exploring. It has to do with being safe as well. Yeah, the anchor at the start and the fish at the start has thrown me off. But yeah, I get that this idea has been with you the longest. And I feel like the only risk is that it flows in the face of where you live being very traditional. And I feel like a lot of people haven't explored your idea because of the traditional. And I see you providing a safe place for people to learn about a different lifestyle. From what I'm getting, the traditional is blocking a lot. So Arsena, if you can take away the traditional, because I get really traditional. I get they may as well have stayed in the 60s, 50s or 60s. They may as well have stayed there. But then again, the 60s, yeah. But 50s, yeah, they may as well have stayed in the 50s. Okay, that's fine. It's just you were asking me to explain in different ways, and I didn't know how to get past the traditional. I do see a very nature based approach, and I see safety as being the number one. So ensuring people's safety as being number one. And no, not necessarily 50 Shades of Grey. Seriously, I have issue with that. Yeah, there you go. But I do feel it would have to be hidden. I do feel it would have to be hidden. But nature based, definitely. But this is where it's so traditional where you live that exploring outside the main religion would have to be hidden. I feel there is consequences of stepping outside a conservative or very traditional community. Even though I believe you will get lots of followers. But I am getting the caution. Be cautious because I believe stepping outside of the traditional may actually have either community or legal ramifications. But I do get you bossing up. I do get you finding a way. Now, if you wanted to redeem your channel points, Asena, I do have the Wisdom Oracle here. I also have Sign of the Times Oracle. So you can choose, yeah, stepping outside of the, yeah, it has concerns. So just protect yourself. Now, if you'd like to redeem the Oracle, I think you've chosen, you get a Karen version plus the author's version. Yeah, protect. I do get protect yourself because there's okay, you can redeem it in channel points. So if you go into channel points and click redeem Oracle, I believe it's 700 and something channel points. Welcome in, Buttercup. There you go. And you voted for wisdom, but you get to choose. I've got, which is the Vintage Wisdom Oracle, or I have Sign of the Times Oracle. You can change your mind, even though you voted for one, you can change your mind. Just let me know which one you want to go with. Because I do see this as being a success. Even though it took me a long time to get it out, I see it as being a success for you, Asena. And I'd like the Oracle to actually. So, Asena, are you wanting to stick with the Wisdom Oracle? You just have to, in the chat, you just have to put yes if you're sticking with the Wisdom Oracle. No, it doesn't. One doesn't stick out any more than another. I actually like the Wisdom Oracle. And I've purchased the original cards, but I'm actually thinking, let's do Wisdom. Okay. I've purchased the original cards, but they are some of the biggest cards that I have, even though I love the deck. And it's the only time I've been really tempted to go outside of the original, creator and get a smaller deck. It's the largest deck I've got. So, but it's the most beautiful. You'll see when I turn your card, it is the most beautiful. Well, maybe this is beautiful, but this one resonates with ancient old me. Okay. There we go. Compassion. Okay. Now, from this, I actually get that your idea has been, and Lala is welcome in. I'm just doing a Oracle redeem for Arsena. Looking at this card, Arsena, I still get the nature-based idea of it. I also get that it's been in your mind for a long time. It's yeah. It's almost like some of the weeds have started growing over it, and there's a need to revisit. I've forgotten where I put the book now. I'm laughing at myself. There it is. I was laughing at myself. And level 63 wizard, welcome in for the first time in my chat. Welcome in. Okay, Asena. Yes. Okay, let's see. It's compassion. Oh, doesn't have a number. The others have. No, they don't. This is the first deck I've had that doesn't actually have a number. You can tell I don't use it that often. Oh, it goes in alphabetical order. That's good. Okay. I'm actually seeing that society may have grown ahead of you a bit and at least created an inroad. Now that's me. Now to the actual author. This crestfallen element has given up the fight and does not know where to turn. Her naked form is cold and world weary, and she no longer has the strength to deny her vulnerability or hide away from prying eyes. The dewy moss of the woodland floor provides a soft cushion to rest, while she gathers her thoughts and prays for warmth and direction. As the misty dawn breaks, a new pathway is gradually unfolded with golden light, offering a clear route out of the glade. The spirit of compassion hovers above. As an empath, she feels the weight carried by the weary stranger, and her gaze remains soft, non judgmental, and patient. It is only when the elemental looks heavenward for answers that the spirit of compassion can reveal herself and point the way. The presence of this card indicates that now is a favorable time to view the world through the healing properties of compassion. Be especially aware of any strong judgments and expectations carried by you or others, which may be freezing your ability to connect with an open heart. Practice extending sincere, unconditional love and, and caring to those around you who face any problems you encounter with a sincere wish to alleviate suffering. Look heavenward for guidance and open your heart to warm rays of compassion. And I really do feel this relates to the reading. Um, as I said, it was nature based. So I get, now that I've read that, I'm feeling like herbology could actually be indicative of as well. It resonated so well. Yeah. Ah, yeah, I love this deck. It is very artistic and very old school, but I resonate with old school. Um, but at the same time, with that, I'm actually getting that there's an angelic part too. It might be angel numbers or something along the lines of faith based references, and whether that be medicinal healing. But you're talking about self compassion on Thursday. That is awesome. But also talk about, it might give you a little bit of a grounding to extend the self compassion through to being compassionate for those that don't have the same faith. Because I feel wherever you are, you're dealing with a tradition that most people who follow would belittle your standing. And if we can have compassion for those that would belittle our standing, then I believe that compassion can spread and can also help others overlook something they would normally take offense at. So hopefully that resonated well. And I'm glad it resonated for you, because now is the time. That's what I got. Now is the time. The idea's been there for a long time, but now is the time to act. So, yeah. Mwah. There you go, Arsena. Now is the time to act. Whoops, daisies. Oh, let's see. Who have I got next? And Roma Rave. Oh, Arsena, you're welcome. Thank you for your ongoing support too. I'm very grateful. Mwah. And best of luck on Thursday. Roma Rave, you're up. And I might have lost Roma Rave. I have. There you go. Jing, you've missed out. I'm sorry, Jing, but your read was about 4 reads ago. Buttercup, you're up. Okay. Look, Jing, if you join the queue, it can go fast with people disappearing. So just be aware of that. If you join the queue, hang around. Yeah. Okay, Jing. Best of luck. I know you're busy, so best of luck. Now, Buttercup. And I seem to have lost Buttercup. Oh, thank you, Jing. Mwah. See, all it takes is for one person to leave and the queue moves quickly. Lala Ease, you're up next. There we go. Okay. Okay. Lala Ease, I will do the oracle at the end. Thank you for redeeming. Just let me know which oracle you would like. Vintage Wisdom Oracle or Sign of the Times. Okay. Oh, Sign of the Times. Okay. Now, Lola Ease, I'm picking up that you're feeling very controlled. I don't know which other way to say it. It's like the opposite of free. Controlled, constrained. Can you understand this? I tune to your energy before I turn over any card. You still get your oracle card as well as the read. So I do tune into your energy just to ensure that I'm on your energy length, energy wavelength. I need to go blah, blah, blah. Okay, somewhat. I feel like there's an expectation for you to complete something or for you to go in a certain direction. Yeah. There's an expectation for you to go in a certain direction. You feel like that will suffocate you. Yeah. I want to say the expectation for you to go in a certain direction is good, but the feeling that you're going through at the moment is like that it will suffocate you. And I've seriously, out of 5 cards, there's 4 major arcanas. Haven't seen this in ages. I feel the trying time that you're going through now is battling the expectation others have of you and the expectation you have of yourself. Can you relate to that, Lala Ease? Yeah, it is complicated for sure. And I want to say it's a pivotal point in life. It's almost like when I had to choose whether to stay working with a very high grade company or return to university. And yes, I did university as a mature age student, but it was a big life decision. And I feel like you have that feeling that this is a big life decision and a seriously big life decision. You're transforming through it though, and I feel like it's allowing you to explore things that you wouldn't have explored by yourself. You just missed out, Buttercup. Yeah, it's like your life is at a turning point. And I feel it's a good turning point. Don't get me wrong. The High Priestess is here. The Sun is here. Um, Buttercup, I actually had a look in the viewers. If you're in ads, you still show up in the queue. And you weren't in the queue, but I'll take that because it was only the last one. I'll take that. But don't try and... There's no need to fiddle. I do get others to check. Now, okay, I'm doing a redeem for Lala Ease of an oracle card. And I actually, whichever company made these cards, I know it's Hay House, but they make a lot and they send out for other places to make them. Thank you for the hydrate, Buttercup. But I do like the feel of these cards. They're not slippery at all. And the imagery on them is really, really good. And the deck is by Crystal Banner. Okay, so here we go, Lala Ease. Okay, mirror reflection. I'm actually picking up that things feel like they're spinning out of control, but then you see the light and then things feel like they're spinning out of control again. And as I said before, I felt it was choice based with life. Um, I'm going to have to turn these cards over because, as you can see, these cards could send you very, very dizzy very quick. Um, so let's see. And I feel like where you live, there may be a mosaic, either a mosaic table or a mosaic side panel of a window. Have a look around. Because I feel it's time, yeah, it's pivotal in life. Who are you? You may be asking yourself this question since this card holds the energy of depth and discovery. A mirror is a mirror, a still puddle, a disco ball. These surfaces all reflect exactly what is put in front of them. And the card is encouraging you to do the same. Outside your door. Thank you for that mosaic confirmation. I just saw it in a home situation. But a mirror, a still puddle, a disco ball, these surfaces all reflect exactly what is put in front of them. And this card is encouraging you to do the same. Take a few moments for yourself and tap into your intuition, thoughts, and emotions. Day-to-day responsibilities can often distract from taking the time to go within. So make the time. This card signals contemplation and the type of productive reflection that brings epiphanies. You are developing a deeper understanding and acceptance of yourself, which is an amazing thing. This can manifest as taking time out for self-care, meditating more often, or writing in a journal. Give yourself grace as you reflect on your life and how far you have come. Just be careful not to fall so in love with your own reflection that you stop seeing the beauty in the world and the signs and symbols there calling out to you, guiding you. Time alone brings clarity. Develop a self-care routine. Deepen your connections with others. Focus your attention on yourself and your needs. So I feel like hopefully that resonated, but I do feel like you have neglected your desires. And when I say desires, I don't mean selfish desires, I mean actual desires to help others. You've put your I don't understand that either, Buttercup, but as I said, I will get to you. Um, but Lala Ease, hopefully that resonated because I do feel that, yeah, but I do feel you actually finding yourself again. But I believe you're already in the process of doing happy things, but you've also had to put some of them on hold to care for others. Or you've experienced others being, I want to say, nasty. And yes, but I see you as the Empress. So whatever you've sacrificed, now's the time to stop sacrificing as much. You know, in life, sometimes we have to. We have to compromise. And I see you've found that balance too. So hopefully that resonates for you, Lala Ease. Yeah. And if you get stuck, I feel whatever is outside your door with the mosaics, you may have made it. I'm getting there's a soul connection to it. So you may have made it, or when you picked it out, it was resonating with you so much that you had to get it. Just let me know if that resonates with the mosaic, Lala Ease. Okay, then you need to start allowing yourself to shine. Because I feel you're sacrificing your energy to help others, but you're too exhausted after helping others to actually gain, to actually gain. Now, Buttercup, let's see what I get for you. And I have no idea what went on with, and as I always say, if you do get thrown to an ad, type in ad in the chat box, and then I know you're in an ad. Your empathic abilities is drained. There you go. Current feelings of your friend. I get friendship. I get friendship, I get support, but I don't get any heart fluttering. Oh, thank you, Lala Ease. And yeah, give yourself some time, even if it's just meditative time. And I feel like wherever that mosaic is kept, wherever the mosaic is kept, you will actually, I feel there's a restful place. You said it was outside, so I get that it's a restful place. There might even actually be a seat near it. And I don't know whether there's a Japanese maple near it or a maple tree near it. Oh, thank you, Lala Ease. Mwah. If you can understand next to it. Okay, then sit next to it. I feel that that's good energy for you. Lucky I know my plans, isn't it? Lucky I know my plans. Oh, Manitoba maples, just as nice. Just as nice. They're gorgeous trees. And Buttercup will let me know when ads finish. So, yeah. I actually get that you can meditate there, Lala Ease, and I feel you will start to find yourself again. And you'll start to recognize that balance is needed. Because I feel like one of the people in being intrusive could be a neighbor. And just let me know when you're back, Buttercup. So if you can relate to that, Lala Rees, that one of the intrusive people may actually be a neighbor. Ah, there you go. Well, in Australia, our full moon was last night, so I don't know where you are. Yes, a few. Okay. Well, put headphones on. You won't even hear the doorbell. You won't hear the footsteps or anything. Because I feel where you are is quite secure, quite meditative. I wish I was at a place that was like that. Oh, Canada. There you go. Tap one of their maples for me because I love maple syrup. I put maple syrup on ice cream and it's like 36 degrees Celsius here in Australia, and I will put maple syrup on ice cream. So, yeah. I'm glad I'm not the only one, Lala Reese. Okay, Buttercup. Now, I feel friendship, okay? I don't feel heart flutter. I don't feel any desire to connect, but I do see you having goo-goo eyes. Oh, it's -11. Okay. I had friends return from Canada, so I get that. Yes, they had to get used to the Aussie heat again. They spent 5 years working in Canada. So now, Buttercup, I feel like you have a serious crush on your friend. If you can let me know. Just type yes, no. but I get that you have a serious crush on your friend. Now, Buttercup, if you can reply in, yep, okay, thank you. There's probably a bit of a delay in the chat, and I can turn over the cards now. Okay. I feel you may have had to work through a cold or a flu, or even COVID symptoms. I feel like your friend is not local to you. Just let me know if that resonates to you, Buttercup. You had to work through a cold or flu that drained your energy. Yeah, you don't live close. That's what I said. There's challenges to you and your friend. I feel like it may even be online only. And there is a brighter pathway, but it's not through a relationship. I think you're seeking a brighter pathway through a relationship or situationship. And I feel the pathway is through you rather than someone else. You did not have a cold. Okay. Buttercup, I feel like the reason this person is attractive is that you may not have to work as much. I feel like work has worn you out. Hello, Melinda Merlin. I've had to close the queue. I'll see how I get there. And Buttercup's having a bit of a delay in the chat. So, thank you for dropping by and saying hi. And I hope everything is going fantastically for you. Okay, then can you answer me, feeling burdened by work? Yes or no? Or just a why? Yeah, a little bit. I get a lot actually. It's like work is an effort. And I feel that you're looking for a pathway to do less work. And that's not a bad thing. If there's, what's the saying? Work smarter, not harder. And I'm sensing that you're looking at a pathway to do less work. I do believe the pathway exists, but it's not through your person. And hopefully that resonates. It does not resonate. Okay. Then I was obviously incorrect. But the pathway, yeah, I know no one minds working. I'm not calling anyone out here. So I just get that there's a pathway to work smarter with the same rewards. most sane people don't mind working at all. Okay, you see what I mean? I'm not calling you out on it. I'm saying that there is a pathway to have the same income, but with less work. So it's always good to have free time too, Buttercup. But as far as your friend goes, I only get friendship feelings. Oh, Bingo Sad, thank you for cheering, but I've had to close the queue and I am out of time. I am out of puff. It's really hot here where I am and I need to cool myself down with a drink. But Buttercup, that's a good reading. There is a pathway out. But I feel it's not the person that you're interested in. The person you're interested in is a friend, and they will continue to be a friend. Oh, thank you, Buttercup. And yes, I'm sorry, Bingo Sard. I really do have to close. I'm running out of steam. And the way I do my reads is I tune to people's energies. And it sometimes takes energy out of me. And generally speaking, 2 hours is my end of steam. But it changes from day to day and it also changes depending on what I have going on. Okay, now let's see. Okay.